with you guys this morning. I guess what was his overall message to you?
Just to stay the course. And the biggest thing is we stay a family. I'm not going to say everything said in that meeting because it's in-house, but just stay in the family is the biggest message.
And do you agree with that message?
Yeah. You can't, as soon as you start questioning everything and everyone, that's when things get bad, and that's when games don't even become competitive. That's when you lose everything. So I think us staying the course and getting better and fixing the problems that need to be fixed, which is, our technique, detail, our assignments and things like that. That's what's going to lead to winning games. It's not nothing bigger than that.
And Mo, interesting comment from Wandale on Saturday night, saying some guys weren't bought in. As a senior captain, are you okay with him saying that? Do you see that?
Yeah, I spoke to Wandale about that, and, I have his back, and I know he plays with passion. He's going to be a great leader in this program. I wouldn't stand by that comment. I've seen teams that weren't all the way bought in, and, like last year's team, where guys were deliberately doing the wrong things on purpose, things like that. I don't think that's the case this year, but it's that progression of people have to own their job and be way more detailed in what they are doing, and I think that's what he meant. I'm not going to be on my teammates and say they've not all bought in. Of course, every team don't have 100% of everyone bought in. I mean, you go to Alabama or you go to anywhere, it's going to be some people here or there that just would never figure it out. But for the majority, I think we are. But the biggest thing is how detailed we can be, This is not a horrific season like people try to paint that picture of it. It's not horrible, and we have progressed. We are better than we are last year. It's that detailed in assignment is how we going to be better. So I wouldn't say that we have majority of the team not bought in or big amount or great group that's not bought in. I would say just we need to be more detailed. We have to want it more.
You just need to win, don't you?
We just need to win, exactly. It's not, I'm not going to put it on stuff like that. We said that 3 years in a row, and I'm not going to keep on going that. I know what teams, like I said to them, that looked like it was guys that literally did it deliberately, just wasn't bought in, wanting to go against coach. There's no rebellious people on the team now. That's not happening, and that's all shut down. It's just people have to want it more, have to just be disciplined.
Up there, Scott was talking about the team meeting this morning and saying that sometimes you have to rip a player, but he wanted you guys to know that it was nothing personal. From a player's perspective, what did you take away from that meeting?
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with that. I've been coached by Coach Mickey Kahn and Grayson, and he's a real fiery, old school type of coach. He would get in you if you're not doing the right thing. So for me, it wasn't a big problem. It wasn't a big problem for me. I like that. For me, it's just how I've grown up in Georgia, how the coaches in Georgia are, for the most part. Some guys take it the other way, and sometimes because we are on national TV or all eyes on us, it kind of looks bad. But for me, I mean, either way, I stand by my coach. I love Coach Frost, and if he's getting on me, that means I need to get my stuff together. That's how I take it, honestly.
When you hear a guy like Wandale Robinson talk pretty frankly about, sort of like you say, most guys on board, most guys playing really hard, but it needs to get better. I mean, what goes through your mind when you get a freshman who has obviously proved a lot, but is pretty young and talking in that manner?
I mean, I like it. Like I said, I like it, and but as a guy who's seen again those teams that have players deliberately not doing the right thing, I would say we've developed past that, and we have a team that wants to do the right things. But again, it takes a lot of people just being real disciplined and detailed in what they need to do. Because when we out on the field, you abandon your job, you make someone else look bad, and it's not only about you. And it is how you have to approach your life. You have to be detailed about everything you do. And that's what Coach is talking about. We need to be detailed with everything we do. And it's not that people are just rebelling against them. That's the difference. And then when people say everyone is not bought in, I think that's what people are thinking, that, oh, they have guys on the team that's rebelling. No, that's not the case. And that's why when you said that, it's not the case on this team this year. You know, on last year, yes, it was. It's not the case this year. We just got to get more detailed, and people got to own their job and responsible.
It's like responsibility. You keep getting better, the margin keeps getting smaller, doesn't it?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
The next thing.
Yeah. The teams we face this year are good and a real detail. Like honestly, this year I think we face better team. Like Illinois team was not that good last year. They were way better this year. Indiana is a good team, a real good team. Minnesota's way more complete than they've ever been since we played them. So you have to play not only talent, play with effort. You got to play with detail in your assignment and things like that. So that's what's been getting us beat.
Do you have any idea? And Scott was asked about it too, and he said he didn't know. Do you have any idea did you see the comments from Indiana about a perceived lack of respect from Nebraska? Did you, first of all, I guess, did you see that was said?
Who said that?
The athletic director and the head coach after the game.
About our program respecting them?
Yeah, he said that that they perceived that there was a lack of respect from Nebraska to Indiana. If you don't know,
I mean, I just say it's football. Like, you know, I mean, I know you're supposed to be, you know, I guess nice to them. I don't know what they want. You know, I just, of course, this is Nebraska, and we've done a lot of great things in our history that other programs just simply haven't done. And I love that our program continues to have that confidence and put itself at that podium, you know. And that's what's going to get us to where we need to be. If they're not feeling the TLC, then I don't know. It's football is a man's game, so, you know, I think that's just how we operate.
Back to that meeting that you guys had this morning, did you get the sense that some players maybe needed that because it was so out of character for some of the shouting and whatnot that occurred before? Was that helpful for some guys, do you think?
Like, for me, like I said, I'm cool with Coach Frost. If he want to get on me, if I'm messing up, I respect him to that point where he could get on me. I respect my mother. I respect my brother, my cousin, my big sister in that way, that I give them the right to get on me, and I'm going to take it to heart and fix it. So for me, I didn't take it that way. And, you know, he loves us that much that, you know, and he's been coached by Coach Osborne, who has, you know, different style of coaching and stuff like that. But for me, anytime if Coach Frost get on me, I'm going to take that to heart, and I'm going to fix what I need to fix, because I know he loves me as a player, and he's my coach, you know. So for me, I didn't really care about it, but I know some guys took it to heart, so it's good that he did that, and it just shows what kind of coach he is.
Can you put your finger on it all, what has not worked in the third quarter? I mean, you guys got to stop to start on Saturday, but the margin, you know, offensively and defensively, is very good in that particular quarter.
Yeah, I think really it's third down. You know, we've been so good this year on third down, particularly in the Illinois game and stuff like that. We just did not execute on third down and fourth down. They went for it a lot too. You know, kudos to them. That was smart of them. Probably if they didn't go for it, went for it like 4 or 6 times or something. Was it?
I think it was twice, but they got
twice
got
or something.
both.
Yeah, those 2 times they went for it was huge. So it's just us executing on third down. I think first and second down throughout the game was real good downs for us, and we have to be disciplined in our details. Third down is money down. We have to get off the field, and that's what we didn't do, and that's what made us. I mean, that's why the defense performance was not good.
This game or this season, what's it been about the red zone? You know, teams, when they get that far, it seems like they are finishing. Is that, do you see that as something mental from your guys' perspective? Is it scheme? Is it something else?
I would say it's mental. I guess we need to really just say, hey, no more than 3 when we get there. I think guys, sometimes we get over there and it's like, oh, well, they this close. It's almost automatic that they're going to score. It's no more than 3. If a team score 3 points, it's It's better than them scoring 7. So that's what has to be the mindset. Even when you talk about within the 5-yard line and stuff like that, and I think that's what you're alluding to. It's almost automatic right there. We need to get better at our red zone defense, and that's what we're gonna do. But it all starts with detailing our work, third down and red zone.
Can you think of a possession this year when an opponent scored like that? And it's like, man, it really felt like you guys gave one away when you had to stop.
Honestly, can't really think about. I would say Minnesota comes to mind, but I can't really think of that.
And Mo, as long as there's no football here, whenever the defense is a bad game, the coordinator always takes a lot of flack. What about Eric Shenander? I mean, you've been around him a couple of years now. What do you like about him and just navigating through, I guess, when you've had tough weeks and how he coaches you guys?
I would say first he blames himself first. It's easy to blame everyone else as a coordinator. He always tells he blames himself first, but then he tells us the real, not the outside noise. We practice real good. First and second down throughout the week. Monday, Tuesday was real good practices. So we did real well on Monday on first and second down in the game. Wednesday practice, which is our third down day, wasn't good, and we didn't do well on third down during the game. So it's up to the players. You can't put all the ownership on the coordinator. We have to go out there and we have to execute. I'm not going to put it all on Coach Shenander. No matter what coordinator you bring here, if the players are not executing, it's on us, And I'm not going to put it all on my guys neither, because stuff has to be communicated right from top to bottom. It's a team effort. We all got to be detailed and perfect in what we do. And when we operate on third down, we have to get off the field. That's the biggest thing. I'm tired of people putting pressure on coordinators, this, new that. That's not going to work. We need consistency. That's what's going to have this program where it needs to be. It's consistency. It's the same coordinator. It's the same head coach. It's the same stuff like that is what's going to get a culture built. You can't keep on rebuilding. It's not going to work. It's just not. And I think it's just something that people have to have patience, and leaders, players got to play better, and that's how we're going to fix it.
How's the communication been on the defense? Communication.
On the field?
Yeah.
This game wasn't good at all. I would say our worst game when it comes to communication, even in third down. And, again, that's what lost us the game.
I know he hasn't made the field yet, but as Nick has come back from that injury and sort of got back into the swing of things, what have you seen from him? Barrett's talked about him as being a guy who could potentially see the field down the stretch here.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. During spring he really was just doing well with the playbook, handling the playbook, picking up things. I think his technique is good. He has good hips, fast. He can trigger downhill. He can react fast. He's definitely a guy, if he didn't get hurt, would have been playing this year. Definitely, he had a real good spring. That shoulder injury, slowed him down. But looking to next year and the years after, he's going to be a real good player for us.
How much do you think Purdue will try to test you guys in coverage and try to formation you a little bit like the way Indiana did last week?
Yeah, Indiana, I give it to the offense coordinator. He's a very smart guy. Attacked us more than any other team. He knew our scheme. He knew what he was doing. I think Purdue, I think they're going to stay with what they do, power runs and stuff like that. Of course, again, every week y'all see the same play in the run game, which is the stretch play. We have to stop that, and I know they're going to try do perimeter runs because that's the plays we really has struggled with. So I really don't know what to expect in a new plays. Probably some of those switch routes and stuff like that. Maybe try and attack underneath and cover 3 like Indiana did. Do a little sit routes and the open spots in the cover 3. But again, I would say Indiana, the biggest thing about them, even that number one receiver, he played his heart off. It was his second and third effort is why he got all those yards. A real great player, but his effort that game, I really respect that because you watch film, it's not the initial route that got him the reception or got him the yards. It's his second and third effort is what got him those plays. So, real good player, and if Purdue got players like that, then we gotta be detailed and we better work our technique.
Not to go too deep into your own scheme, but that switch concept. I mean, not only have teams run against you, but kind of like a touchdown on it, Wandale had the big play against Fletcher on it. You see it all over the NFL.
Yeah.
What is it difficult about defending that from your perspective?
Oh, because most teams have like 2 to 3 read, someone's reading 2 and someone's reading 3 receiver, and they sometimes switch, and you have your eyes. It's the miscommunication, and everyone's anticipating something. And
So you come out to the hallway, you take a beating.
I go. So when that happened, you played football. When that happens, then you got guys screaming vertical, and he gets open, and he gets open for a touchdown. So that's what's so challenging about it, because both players are anticipating something, but they understand that they can't just anticipate it, because if it doesn't happen and 2 players switch out the routes, then it's going to be open the inside route or the outside route. So that's the biggest thing is, just 2 players anticipating. It's a lot of speed, stressing you out. You got to make a choice fast.